Death Knight or so. I don't think it's such a big use to try to harass the orc, because you will get your DK so damaged and it's hard to snipe grunts.
Yeah, exactly, because of the hit points are so high, and so, you know, it's really hard to do that, I'm sure, as opposed to maybe going up against a Night Elf archer user or human. But just as a thought, you know, I haven't really seen this too much, but have you ever creeped your Death Knight up to like maybe level 3 and maybe went to a shop and bought a potion of invisibility and maybe tried to follow your opponent around and steal creeps or such?
No, actually I have never done this, but it's pretty common. I don't know why I haven't done it or so, but it's just not my style, I guess.
It's kind of something...
But it's a good idea in any case.
Yeah, it's just kind of something I kind of thought of right now. I was just kind of wondering why more undead players might do that, might not do that, because Coil is just like a great creep stealer, just like Windwalk is.
Yeah. The danger against Orc, though, is that if you pull this stunt off, maybe you'll get the creep, but then maybe you'll get ensnared or hexed. Maybe you'll lose your Death Knight. But in the best case scenario, you'll get away. But you have to be, you have to probably TP out if you get ensnared or hexed.
Yeah.
As soon as possible.
Yeah, most definitely. Unless you're able to do maybe a long-range coil and run and catch him off guard, who knows? You'd probably have to be pretty quick with the ensnare, but, you know, I guess versus a professional player, you have to think about those things, because a professional player is probably always ready for that type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
But, as you said, it's a good surprise to do in some games. You shouldn't make it part of your strategy, but if you sometimes feel you want to surprise your opponent, it's a really good move.
Yeah, definitely. And I know we were kind of talking about this a little bit earlier, just a tad, but, you know, I see a lot of undead players choosing to go Death Knight Lich and Naga Sea Witch as their third hero. Why do most undead players usually opt to do that? That's kind of an awkward thing, because you would think they would pick a more suitable third hero, like a Dreadlord maybe for sleep or something like that. Or a Crypt Lord.
Yeah, the idea of picking Naga third is to increase the damage of your focus fire, because the Naga arrow slows the enemy units or the enemy heroes, so you'll get an extra 2 or 3 waves in with Fiend shots, and this is good for your focus fire, especially against Orc, because he has so high hit point units. So he usually just sends them back and heal waves them. But if you pick a hero like the Naga, his timing will be off.
Yeah.
And maybe you'll kill some units that you normally wouldn't.
Yeah, I guess that's pretty true.
Or a hero.
Because maybe Undead probably kind of lacks in the slow area. Like Night Elves have Dryads and Orc has Ensnare and Human is just gay. So I can see why. That's your point, you know.
Yeah.
But my other question on top of that was, you know, say later in the game, you know, you still have a few fiends, you haven't lost too many. Do you opt to go for level 2 arrow, or do you go for level 2 forked lightning at level 3 for your Naga Sea Witch?
The forked lightning, because Undead nuke is pretty good. So the forked lightning will just be an extra nuke. The slow arrow is already good enough at level 1, so you don't really have to level that one up.
Yeah.
One thing is sure though, mana shield is bad.
Yeah, that's for sure. You can't, because there's just no point using that. It's just making a tank out of an intelligence hero. I can see that. They should probably buff that, nerf the Blade Master. You know?
Yeah, for sure, man.
But
it's been a long time overdue.
Oh, yeah, I don't even know why they didn't do that in the last patch. I guess Blizzard's just screwing with us, but you can't push it. They must be working on StarCraft 2 or something, or maybe they're looking on buying Asia or whatever, I don't know. Blizzard net moneymaker, man, I'm telling you. But I have a question when it comes to destroyers. I mean, I know that you have to worry about bats and such, but do you often upgrade the armor? Because I noticed that Destroy You has opted to upgrade the attack, probably because of the fiends, of course. But do you often upgrade the armor on the destroyers?
Yeah, if I go 2 slaughterhouse destroyers and make it my main strategy, then I upgrade the armor, because I know he will be going Batriders. But in this game, it's pretty clear he already has the anti-air in form of berserkers. So it's not likely he will put in Bat Rider, so you don't have to upgrade the armor.
Oh gosh, did you see that Blade Master go down? I didn't think that was a possibility.
No, no.
I noticed he had a potion of greater healing, but I guess he figured it was a Blade Master, so he didn't have to pay attention.
I was actually thinking about that for a while. Maybe it was because normally he has his Blade Master on F1, and now he has him on the F2 button. So maybe he just didn't make it in time because of the unusual groupings.
Or maybe he probably just A-clicked with the Blade Master like most everybody does, and probably was focusing on the sandwich he was going to eat later. You know?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe that's what was going on there. I don't know, you'll never know. But,
wow, that blade has plus 41, man.
yeah, and why not? Let's revive it at the tavern. I mean, you don't even need to spend money on units. You know, just keep reviving your Blade Master.
Yeah, no.
Look at that, he's
For sure.
He's anti-hero, anti-air, he's anti-army, level 3.
He's anti-everything.
He's anti-everything. Look at that, all focus is down on the Blade Master. See, that's why he went, now I know why he went Shadow Hunter first, so he can just heal the Blade Master all game.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, when you're,
He also has a very good aura.
oh yeah, definitely, with the vampiric aura, the aura of imbalance. I guess that's how he can fight
yeah.
38 food versus 59 and still win. But when you play in a game, in a situation like this, when you know that the Blade Master has a potion of invulnerability, maybe a potion of healing, and he has a full mana on his Shadow Hunter, do you often just opt to ignore the Blade Master and pick off other units? Would you run, or would you stick around and pray?
I would probably have done the same thing as this undead. I would try to kill the Blade Master yet again, because he is the source of damage, basically. He does the most damage, and you need to either have him running or being dead.
Yeah.
It's a good thing for your army.
Oh, down he goes again. Not like it's gonna stop this guy.
Nice. Is he gonna revive him again?
That would just be funny if he did. And if he did and won, I would laugh harder. Oh, look at that.
He's going there, man.
He's got one Raider for ensnare and one Shadow Hunter for healing. What else do you need? Oh gosh. You know, in a situation
Well,
like...
that Kodo is lucky.
Oh, that Kodo is beyond lucker. He's got 17 health. And still riding strong. When it comes to a situation like this, do you always find yourself going to a shop and picking up maybe a potion of invulnerability at all times to keep your Lich from dying, or you just kind of keep him in a safe distance? I guess it's just got to be very frustrating when you go against an orc.
Yeah, you're right. You should always have a potion of invulnerability, especially when the Shadow Hunter is that high. He will probably have Hex level 2. Then it's much more important to have invulnerability on your Lich, because your Death Knight will be hexed for a long time. Especially if you're not fast enough to devour it with the Destroyer skill.
Yeah, exactly, because it looked like you picked off that Destroyer pretty quick. That probably was the plan, to pick it off, then move on to the next destination. Have you often tried to fast expand versus orc sometimes? You ever find that's a viable strategy, or do you think it's just it's useless to even try?
It's a good strategy as a surprise. I remember once doing this against MTW.who, and I actually ended up winning this game. It was Echo Isle, and I just went for the fast expansion, and then I put up a fast cold tower. So yeah, as a surprise, it's a good strategy.
Yeah, it really has to be a good thing, because in my opinion, undead towers are really good. And I guess if you throw up the fast expansion and just get a cold tower up there, maybe you can just use that to kind of drive your opponent off while you collect that income. But
yeah.
But look at this Blade Master.
Especially, to be honest, in every game against Orc, you gotta do something out of the ordinary to win. Or just have an extraordinary good game. Yeah,
that's a shame when you have to outplay your opponent to win. I mean, something definitely is a little off on that. I'm sure people can argue one way or the other, but, how come more people don't use Necro Wagon or Master Banshees? Is there something wrong with those strategies, or is the early game too slow?
I think Necro Wagon has a lot of counters, but as for Master Banshees, TED very often uses double Temple of the Damned and Master Banshees, actually. and it's a very, very good strategy.